My 5 minutes of fire message is titled The Battle at the Bottom. The Battle at the Bottom. And I'm going to reference 3 biblical events that will encourage you, even through a bottom-like experience with many obstacles, that the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. And that's 2 Corinthians 2:15. The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. So the first biblical event that I want to talk about comes from the book of Jonah. And the battle was with Jonah because he resisted God's calling to deliver a message to the city of Nineveh. Now, Jonah landed at the bottom in the belly of a whale, where he had to repent and pray for 3 days and nights to the Lord to ask him to release him from the belly of the whale. Now, you got to think, Jonah caused his own battle that caused him to get at the bottom, because God knew that it would take this bottom-like experience for Jonah to submit to God's will. And God commanded the whale to release Jonah from his belly. Now, Jonah was able to go to the next level in God, because once he got out of that whale, he obeyed and delivered the message. So now the second experience I want to talk about in regards to the title, The Battle at the Bottom, is the book of Daniel, where we have the battle this time was with the king, because he wanted everyone to bow down to his idol. But then we had Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that had the bottom-like experience in the fiery furnace due to the battle of King Nebuchadnezzar that caused the bottom-like experience to be with those 3. And they did not bow down and worship the idol. So the faith of these 3 men increased more in the Lord as they were protected and released from that fiery furnace. So see, just within those 2 biblical events alone, we see that your bottom-like experience is from you, or it could be through. But the bottom line is that God still got both of those 2 through. And in my third biblical experience, we have the book of Daniel. The battle this time was with the jealous men that reported Daniel praying to the one true God instead of to the king. So as a result, it was Daniel that had the bottom-like experience in the lion's den. God proved his will in Daniel's life by shutting the mouths of those lions and protecting him. So with these 3 experiences, we witness that God is faithful, and he wants you to get next to him, or through whatever level he has for you. Now, in my closing, this is not a den, a fiery furnace, nor is it a well. But you can still fall back in a bottom-like experience, whether you put yourself there or you had peers that put you there, or it's the result of anything. So what are you going to do at the bottom? Are you going to be like Jonah and pray and praise, or are you just going to ask God, why me? Why you put me in this circumstance? So with that being said, God showed me this as having a bottom-like experience. You're really sitting at the top of the level you just came up from. So now you are at the bottom because you're going up in the next level in God. So with your battle in the mind at your next bottom-like experience, just keep in mind the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's.